Grand Risings. I hope you're having a blessed day. I know it's a bit dark and you can't really see me. But I wanted to share with you the birds this dawning and introduce you to the sounds of my new garden. I wanted the first video to be a bit brighter so you could see, but the birds have just been so beautiful this dawning. So beautiful. I can see the silhouette. I can't see what it is. Maybe a robin. I don't know. I can't see. It's just a silhouette because it's dark. But yeah, I wanted to share my new location. We have moved house. It feels like it's been so long since I last spoke to you guys, since I did a video. And I think the last one I did where I'm sat chatting was the last bird video, a little short. And that was actually the day that we moved. That was the day that we moved, and I'd never heard the birds so loud before, and it felt like they were saying goodbye, and it was so emotional for me. And yeah, like I said, I did want the first video. I do have a subject that I want to talk about. I won't be talking about it today. Don't quite have time, and I want to take my time with it. But this dawning, the birds were so vocal and loud and varied in their calls that I just wanted to share it with you. I couldn't wait any longer. And so yeah, welcome to my new garden. It is beautiful. It is not as wild as my last garden. I do kind of have to start from scratch again, but it has a lot more usable space, so I'm very excited to be growing food this year. I got my wish. I wanted to grow more food this year, and so I've been gifted a garden that has more usable space to grow food. Yay! Excited! And I'm currently sitting in one of the biggest strawberry patches I've ever seen in a garden. Don't think I'm going to be keeping the whole patch, but yeah, it's amazing. And I have a huge, massive rhubarb crown, and there's an apple tree, and there's blackberries, and there's another patch of strawberries, and there's a perfect place right here for me to start cultivating mushrooms. So that is what I'm going to be doing this year. I'm going to be attempting at least to cultivate mushrooms, so I'm requesting blessings on my mushroom patch. And yeah, I can't wait. I've already started work on a little pond. That's looking pretty cool. I'm going to be putting that in within the next couple of days, just making sure I get a good little ecosystem going. And yeah, that's it really. I just wanted to I couldn't wait. I wanted to do the introduction to the new garden in the video that I'm going to be making on the topic. I will give you a little preview of what the next topic is going to be, and that's been whirring through the old cogs, is how common spiritual attack is, spiritual warfare, how much more common it is than you would believe. It doesn't necessarily come in the form of like witchcraft and all that kind of shit. It's more commonly taken the form of narcissistic abuse and narcissistic behaviours, not necessarily abuse, but through narcissistic behaviours and behaviour patterning and conditioning. So that's what I want to be talking about in my next topic. I do actually have plans to have a good chat with a friend about this. Like, we're making plans to do it via video call and then screen record and then have like a cool two-way conversation. I'm quite excited about that because that's a new thing that I've never done before, so woo. Yeah, I might just have a little sit, a little quiet for 5 minutes with you, just to enjoy the sounds of the new garden, so you can get introduced properly. There are trees. There's there's 2 ash trees. There's an apple tree. There's a huge laurel. There's 2 silver birches. This looks like a big hawthorn actually. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and this beauty. I think it's a Leylandi. I'm not quite sure. Like, I always get quite confused by different evergreen trees. There's so many of them, and they all look very similar. So, I'm not an evergreen tree expert. And the next door's got like a cool eucalyptus and there's holly and ivy and yeah. Yesterday I came out and the whole tree was filled with like finches and great tits and blue tits and robins, blackbirds. It was so beautiful. And so yes, welcome to the new garden. I'm looking forward to sharing it with you over the next few months and maybe doing some videos about growing my food. Yeah, just being here, getting to grips with the new space. The first night that we moved here, it was still a little bit of the full moon, and it came up in my son's window, and it was beautiful. It was big and it was orange and it had like a little wave to it, like through the atmosphere. So yeah, it was definitely felt blessed and like a gift. It all happened so quickly. Oh, there's a kittiwake flying over there. Beautiful. Yeah. So thank you for sharing this little time with me. I hope you enjoyed the birds at the start. They've kind of all gone to different trees now. Gone to go and shout somewhere else. And I look forward to doing my next video. I have some quite interesting things that I've been thinking about and things that have been cropping up in my sphere, my sphere of attention and awareness, and there's been some processes going on, my own internal processes, and then that's been mirrored to me in other people's experiences. And I've been taking part in a cool project about spousal abuse and early intervention. That's been quite cool actually, taking part in that, about policy making and how, there needs to be more awareness and more early intervention for perpetrators as well as victims, just because we need to start changing behaviours. And it's been really interesting, and it's brought up a lot of stuff for me, a lot of experiences have been processed through that. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you, and I send love and blessings on your day, and yeah, thank you for sharing. Welcome to the new garden. Whoa!